Hello, my name is Jeff Senor. I'm going to show you guys some simple things to do on the calculator. Again, they may seem simple, but if you don't know where to find the percent symbol in pi and how to put in templates and inequalities, then what good is this calculator to you? So, and like I said, this is really good for your students. So it's good for you to learn and good for your students to learn. Again, it's just maneuvering through the calculator. That's really all it is. So I happened to start my calculator here. I was working on some stuff, as you can see, but I always tell everybody just hit the home key, which is that key right there. I just hit it, it turned red, and it takes you to your home screen. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to go to the calculator application. Now you can use your cursor to scroll over it and click on it, or you can just use your arrow keys here and do that way, and you can hit enter, or I can come over and click on it. So I'll just hit enter. There's many different ways of entering things in this calculator. Okay, so I can actually, what I've got going on here is I've got two different pages, and if I click on 1.1, you can see what I was working on. So I want to clear this out. I want to start fresh and brand new. So what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to hit my home key, and I'm going to go over to new document. I'm going to hit that, and it'll say, do I want to save? I always say no. There's no reason for me to save anything. And here it's giving me options. Again, you guys aren't going to really do anything with that ever, unless you're the overzealous type. But what we want to do is we want to add a calculator page. So I'm going to click on that, and there we go. I'm in the calculator page. Okay, so let's just do the divide template. This divide template right here up above the divide key in blue. The way you access that is you hit Control and divide, and it puts in that little template right there. So if we put in, let's say we put in 2, arrow down, I'll put 4, and I'll hit enter. The neat thing about this calculator is it will reduce your fraction for you automatically. So that's one step that's kind of a big help to them. Another thing that is will come in handy is if you want to copy and paste something that you've already worked on, all you have to do is press your up arrow, and it'll highlight that 1/2. If I want to go to 2/4, I just press my up arrow again. And if I have more stuff further up in my history, here, that's all the history I have because I started fresh. But if you have more stuff in your history, you can arrow all the way up through that, and all you have to do to copy and paste it into the entry line right here where you're working is whatever's highlighted. All you have to do is press enter, and it'll automatically paste it in there. That's how you copy and paste. Real simple. Okay. So again, if we want to convert this fraction to a decimal, all you have to do is press Control Enter, and there you go. It'll give you 0.5. Okay. So here it'll reduce it, but it'll still give it to you in fraction form. But if you want it in decimal form, you can put it in, copy and paste it, and just hit Control Enter, and it'll give you decimal form. There's many other ways to convert a fraction from. To convert a fraction to a decimal, but I think Control Enter is probably the easiest way to do it. All right. Another thing that's very important is to know is your inequalities, which are all right here in blue. Okay, so the way we access that is we're going to press Control equal, but let's test one out. Let's say we're going to do 4 is greater than 5. So I'm going to put 4. And I'm going to hit Control equals, and it'll bring up my inequality list. And I'm going to put is greater than, and I'm going to say 5. Okay, now you all know that it's false, but I'm going to hit enter, and the computer will also tell me it's false. Okay, well, it's corrected. So let's go back, and here's another way of another demonstration on copy and paste. Okay, again, I can go up all the way through all that stuff. And whatever I highlight, now all I have to do is hit enter, and it puts it in for me. Okay, so now we know that. Let me get my cursor out of the way here. Okay, so we know that 5 is not, or 4 is not greater than 5, right? So we need to change this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use my arrow keys to kind of go back and forth through my not equation, but through my entry. I'm going to go and press delete, and then I'm going to go to Control equals, and this time I'm going to put in the correct inequality. So 4 is less than 5, and then I like to tell my students to kind of arrow out at the end of the equation, and I'm just going to hit enter, and sure enough, it tells me it's true. So again, excuse me, that's one way of doing your inequalities. Another thing that's important to know is this key right here is your template key. It gives you, let me just click on it so you can see. I'm going to click on it, and it gives you this list of inequality or list of templates, different templates that you can use. Now, for you middle schoolers, you're probably just going to be focused on these first three and maybe your absolute value template. I don't know if maybe in algebra you'll get into the nth root of a certain number, but and all you got to do is just put your cursor on it. You can use your arrow key. I can go up, I'm going to go to the right, I'm going to go back down because I want to go to my absolute value, and I'll hit enter. Or you can go over it with your cursor and just hit enter, click on it, and it'll put it in. But just so you can see it, I'm going to hit enter. There it is. I'm going to go and press -3. And I'm going to arrow out. I want my cursor on the outside. I'm going to hit enter, and there you go. So now you've done absolute value. So there's that. Let's see what else is there. There is important, the percent symbol. Okay, so here it is. I press this key right here with the question mark and the exclamation point on it. And there's my percent symbol. Okay, I haven't put a number in the calculator yet, so I'm just going to turn this off. The way I turn that off is I press escape. I'm going to put in, let's do 15%. And go back to this key right here. I'll hit that key, and then I'll go over with my cursor. This time I'll click on it, and there we go. If I hit enter, it changes it to a fraction for me. If I want to convert that to a decimal, all I'll have to do is hit control enter, and there we go. 15% is 0.15. Okay. Pi. There we go. There's your pi. It'll bring that up. Okay. Again, all I have to do is either I can hit enter or click on it. Let's click on it. Pi, and then I hit enter. It'll tell me it's 3.14159. Okay. Another way to access your, like, say if you want, I'm going to press this template key right here, and you want your square root. Okay, you can click on this and do it that way, or I'm actually going to turn this off. And again, how do I turn that off? By pressing escape. I'm going to actually put in my square root symbol this way. So I'm going to press control and press my x squared key because right above it is my square root. There you go. And if I put in 64 and I hit enter, I get 8. So that's pretty much it. Let's see real quick. If you're unsure, I'm going to do a video on numerical solve, and I'll demonstrate where the comma key is. But if you need to know where the comma key is, it's right there when I press in red. So, okay. Well, that's, like I said, these are simple things, but these are very important things that will definitely help with your student success. If you have any questions, feel free to email me or call me. And again, whatever I can do to help you out, if you need me to come out to your campus, let me know, and we can work that out. Have a good one.